Alright y'all, as y'all can see, I'm under the hood of the car trying to fix the issue, and I'm targeting the battery. I have a battery terminal. This is a battery terminal I had when I used to work at Pep Boys, and I'm gonna put to replace the grounds in here. This is back when I had my sound system. It has P on there. I guess that's for the positive, but not today. So I have how this one works is this hex. It fits in here, and that's what tightens down and clamps down on the battery terminal. And then of course I got my 12 for this nut, my 10 for here. And one thing you want, and my razor and my different wire strippers and wire cutters. So one thing you want to make sure when you're replacing your battery terminal is that the wire is long enough. As you can see, mine's bends around, so I have more than enough. But make sure before you start cutting, you check to make sure that you have enough cable or enough on your car, enough wire, so you don't cut and put the battery terminal on just to realize it's too short. So I'm gonna try to set up this mount, and here and see if I can catch a little footage. And kind of, this is a video within a video because something happened to me while I was looking for this battery terminal, and I felt as though it was important to put it in a video, and I didn't want to make a specific video for it. So if you're watching this video, consider this a little word of a word of guidance for anybody that's deciding to start a car build or collecting parts, or just having parts, because these cars, 90s Hondas, are getting rare. So I have a few parts that I have, but it was kind of an issue because it's like having the parts is one thing, but when it's time for you to find it and you can't find it, that's a whole nother thing. And I think it took me I was searching for this battery terminal since last night, and I just found it, and it's like 8:30 in the morning, and we're trying to make it to Cars and Coffee. So it's no point of having all the parts if you can't find it. So y'all give me a second, I'm gonna start working on this, and I'm gonna wrap to y'all. So first things first, I'm going to do, I wanted to say obviously, but I guess you could always cut the battery terminal while it's on here, while it's stationary. But I'm just gonna go ahead and disconnect mines and go from there. Also, kind of see mines is the grounds is a little twisted here. It's a little twisted, so I might want to try and straighten that out. I don't think that's a problem. It doesn't look like it's broken or anything, but yeah. Alright, so real gently. So the thing with these cheap factory battery terminal cable is that they stretch. Like once you start tightening them, they like completely like pancake out. Like you can see mine's here, it's almost like it's tightened to the max. Like, yeah, so no matter how tight I get it, the copper just stretches around here. So like I said, I'm gonna take this nut and bolt off and put them up, and that'll segue me into also what I was talking about. So one of the things we got to be careful with is starting to hoard parts just to be hoarding parts. If you're if you want to have a stack of parts and stuff like that, you definitely want to make sure that you label them. And I would say like every year or so you go through and make sure like your inventory is clear. So I'm gonna cut this cable right here, and I'm just gonna use this really sharp cutter. This is my metal cutter here. See, I got the end cut off. Like I said, I have more than enough length, to put this on. So next thing I want to do is I'm going to use a razor to strip it, because I don't want to like use the I don't want to use this here, because sometimes when you put it on here and you squeeze down, it takes out a lot of the actual wire that I want to use also. So just going to very carefully just see how much of it I'm going to need inside of here. Just kind of like put it to, say, I'm going to need about that much. So I'm going to just mark it like so. So I got it marked. Now I'm going to strip it right down the middle like the Terminator. Strip it. Just kind of work my way around. Be careful you don't cut yourself, please. Cut away from yourself, right? Then I'm just gonna peel the wire back like so, like so, like so. Then I'm gonna pick which one of these I want to put the wire in. I'm probably gonna do the one furthest away from here. So I'm just gonna strip this, just unscrew it, open it up. See, when you screw it down, see the screw start coming through. Just open it up enough. You don't have to take the screw all the way out. And then kind of put a little tightening on here, you know, just to get it nice and coiled. Then I like to screw mine in. Well, never mind, because it just fell right in there, right? So now I'll get the hex head, run it down, hold up, keep some tension on it, run it down, right? And now, so the reason why you want to cut just enough of the wire, as you can see, I don't have any of it hanging out the back, so I don't have to put any tape on there. That's just something I learned years ago, because I had this battery terminal on another car and I just completely stripped too much of the wire. So I want to get a good tighten on here, but not over tight. And put it on like so. And I'm gonna have to tighten this one here, because even this has a lot of play in the neck. But I can get a really big pliers and squeeze this, kind of like squeeze this in a way. So I'm gonna take this bolt out. I'm gonna take this bolt right here, and then I'm gonna squeeze right in here to get it like an egg shape. So when I put it around here, this piece will round it out, and it'll be nice and tight around it. All right, y'all. If y'all can see, I took the battery terminal off because I want to straighten out the end on here, and also I want to kind of like flatten out this a little bit. Hopefully it doesn't break. So I'm gonna get the pliers, and I got a big old pliers, big old water department pliers. Try to squeeze it. And working too well, but let me try to round this, try to get this end nice and tight. Whew. Easier said than done. Alright, so I got it for the most part flat. Now I just got to figure out how to really get a nice bite on this, to make sure that it sits nice and tight on my hammer this without breaking it. So I'm gonna try to get this on, and I'll come back once I have it sitting on the car. Alright, well, unfortunately I had to go get a die-hard brass terminal. The other one broke. I'll show y'all in a minute, because I gotta go get a tool that fits this. Alright, so let me show y'all what happened with the old one. I tried to hammer it and it broke. Guess when these have done their time, they've just done their time. So this is the one that I cut off the car. It's done its time. This, I forgot I had this on. I forgot why I took it off the last car I had, because it wouldn't lock on there anymore. So that's done its time. So now I got reminded. So unfortunately these ones that I get from the parts store, they have some odd numbers. Like up top here is 11, and right here is a 13. So I went and got all the tools. So you're gonna take one of them all the way out. This is what I do anyways. I take one all the way out, and in a way I guess this is good, because this kind of give y'all an experience of any type, you know, different varieties of battery terminals. And also, if you're watching this, if this video gets uploaded, that means my car stalling issues have been solved from the battery terminal. So if the video does not get upload, that means that this did not fix my problem of the car stalling out. So it's the same concept. I'm just going to put this in here. You could strip the wire down a little bit more to, you know, on this one, but I'm just gonna put it in here, bring it around, sit it in here like so. Catch this. This is a much better design than the ones they used to have before. These used to be a nut and a bolt, and the bolt used to fall out the bottom every time. So run this down evenly like so, and I'm still going to tighten it some more when it's on the car, but just kind of want to put it together while it's here. Get this, tighten it down. It's just a little easier to work with like this. This on here, tighten it up.
Hello.
Buenos días.
Good morning.
¿Cómo estás?
Estoy bien, ¿y tú?
Sí.
Oh.
Muy bien, muy bien.
Sí. ¿Estás bien?
Sí. Solo poquito bien.
¿Poquito bien?
Sí.
¿Por qué poquito bien?
Porque poquito bien.
Oh, let me take these off so I can hear why. Why?
Mira, no bueno.
What is that?
Battery terminal. Mira, no bueno.
What's that?
Brand new one.
Okay, es eso.
Yeah, I ran out of Spanish. Yeah, I'll be in a minute. Alright.
How'd you... how'd you...
Alright, so all you want to do is catch it, put it down in there with a 10mm, and catch it first. Then you can rotate the battery terminal into the so you can get to the hole and hold the battery terminal, the wire with one hand. That's why it's so much easier to just take the whole thing off if you're gonna do this. So I can rotate this, hold it right in the spot, because see, if I turn the battery terminal this way, it pops out the little holding hole. But if I just rotate it, hold it there, matter of fact, I don't even have to hold it, just sit it right there. Put this on, tighten it up, because the key is you don't want to drop that 10mm bolt down in there, so you just catch it in the hole first, and then after you catch it in there, then you can. Oh, crap. Well, good thing is I see it right there. Bad thing is I didn't want to drop anything, so I'll be sometimes. Got it. Alright, now all I gotta do is make sure you have one of these, and this is just to absorb the battery acid from corroding around here. So this is important, or just cut a piece of sponge or something. But while I'm at it, one other thing I'm going to do also. Alright, so before I put this on, god damn it, I brought in my goddamn socket that I need. I brought the tools that I need. Damn, I gotta come back. And we are back. Alright, so I'm going to slap a little bit of electrical grease on here. Alright. I should have put the end on first. Catch this on. Try to see if I can rotate it that away. Alright. This is a 13mm. I'll put this on here. Tighten it up. And got some. This thing here got some rail tension. Tighten up the battery terminal. Just hold it down with your hand. Tighten it down. Like I said, if this video gets posted, that means it's solved my battery stalling issue, and I can definitely see why after a few years you got to replace these, because you know every time you tighten it, it gets stretched even more. So that should be good. And then the top, remember to tighten that up some more. Tighten that up some more, and should be good right there. So definitely, man, hopefully this solves my issue. You always keep in mind, man, no matter how much stuff, money, or cars you got, that ain't gonna buy you happiness. You know, it's gonna solve some of your problems, but it ain't gonna solve all your problems. So yeah, that's something I learned over the years. All these this stuff I learned over the years, you know, from the car cutting off and trying different stuff. And sometimes it's just simple stuff like the battery terminal not being able to be tightened properly. That's causing the issue. And yeah, try to keep your house in order, and we go from there, man. One love. Stay up, stay blessed, stay strong. Because she's running good. Before, this thing would have cut off on me, especially on a cold night. So definitely needed some new battery terminals, and being cheap, yeah. So if it starts bogging up and down, then I'll know for sure that well, I'm not even worried about the bogging. It was just the battery terminal was crazy. And also you got to make sure your octane is right. So check that battery terminal, check your octane, make sure you didn't get bad gas from a bad gas station, because that happened to me also, before you start going into anything crazy, you know, in regards to why your car is stalling out at the light. So yeah, just few things I learned. I won't say the hard way, but just I learned. You know, and if we can help somebody out, then that's a plus, because I know the H series is coming back. So battery terminal, octane, maybe get some octane booster, or maybe see, just keep in mind if the car started stalling out right after you put different you know, you went to the gas station. Because sometimes with me, I'm running 93, and a lot of cars around where I live at don't run 93, so sometimes that 93 has been sitting in the tank for a while, and then you get it and you're getting all some old run down messed up gas. So that's been about a few seconds. That's actually, the car's been running for almost like a minute now, and it hasn't started that crazy bogging up and down, you know, stuff. So yeah, definitely work. And like I said, if you see this video, that mean it solved my cutting off issues at the light.